Hello and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a quick one. I'm just going to look at accents. First off, before we do that, if you haven't already been on singularsound.com, go there, click on support, click on BeatBuddy, and down here you have various downloads, firmware, etc, etc. What I'm interested in is the manuals. The BeatBuddy Manager Online manual is here. There's a printer-friendly manual as well. Click on it and it'll download a copy to, or click on both of them if you want, and download each version and use whichever one you prefer. What I'm taking you through on these videos is basically everything that is in this manual. And I'm just trying to break it down into, but showing you from a practical perspective rather than just sort of reading it, because sometimes the manuals aren't fantastic when you read through it without actually going through it yourself as well. So, without further ado, I'm just going to look at accents. That's all I'm going to look at on this. Hopefully it'll just be a short little video. So open projects, I'm going to open where my BeatBuddy files are selected. We'll pick so I've got this open on Pop 16. I was looking at something before, I don't know. Let's go Blues 2. Let's have a listen to the accent. So straightforward symbols. And that's all I'm going to look at is just this accent section on this today. So let's say we don't like that. Click on the three dots, you can delete it. You notice as soon as I delete it, it comes up and says save project. I can save that and it'll save it to the hard drive. So if I shut down if I come out of BeatBuddy Manager Online now, it will, when I come back in, the Blues 2 song will be loaded with no accent from now on going forward. So if I want to undo that, I just click the undo, then save project, and it's back. Which is always a bonus. So I'm going to delete it. So I've got no accent there now. But I now have the ability to add one. So just click on the plus beside it, and it comes up with a list of, I think it's 57 options that you can cycle down through, and you can pick any of them. And there are some quite random ones in here. And if you can click on any of these arrows, so let's click on the Zil A Cuz Crash 16 V1 NOR 6. That's a lot of words for a cymbal crash. So let's go on the Yell one.
Vamos.
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 Toma.
Toma. Sí. Sí. Olé.
Hey.
Olé.
Olé. Well,
Olé.
you can have a
Hey. Hey.
different versions of hey.
Boo.
Oh, that's a bit scary, isn't it?
Boo.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to scare anyone. Right.
Olé.
Let's have Olé. So let's click on that. And from now on, guess what?
Olé.
If you click the accent,
Olé. Olé.
it's the left foot switch on the virtual player.
Olé. Olé. Olé.
Fantastic, eh? If I select the Blues 2, it'll be
Olé. 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 Olé.
amazing.
Olé.
Right, so
Olé.
I can get enough of that. So you can basically set this to whatever you want. So let's say, all right, we're not happy with that. We'll get rid of that one. So you've got 57 options on here. What I will say as well while I'm here is if you, on the actual BeatBuddy itself, you can change the settings of accents from default to global. And if you press down on the drum set and tempo buttons at the same time, and then you cycle through the arrow key to foot switch, then to accent hit, then to source, you'll find it set to default, which means that for every song that's got an accent, that's what, when you load a song in, so if I change this song from a Blues 2 to a Blues 5, 6, 8, the accents that are in that song are the ones that you will be able to play. If you change that to global, you can then cycle through and pick from this list that you can see that I'm scrolling through now. So if you wanted Olé to be...
Olé.
Sorry, that one. If you wanted Olé to be your global
Olé.
accent and the only accent that you play when you
Olé.
are to hit that,
Olé.
you can set it to... So it's a push down on the drum set and the tempo button together. Cycle then through, go to foot switch, accent hit, source, global, set it to global, and then you can choose from this list of files that are shown on here. And you can pick one and have that as global, so it doesn't matter what you do within the songs in here, because you've set it on the foot switch to be ole, or whatever you set it to, that's every time you press an accent hit, that's what you'll get. You can also actually load in your own if you wanted to. And there are specific requirements for this. It has to be a WAV file, and it has to be loaded into the effects folder on the SD card. But it shows you that in the manual. If you look at page 30, I think it is on the manual, then it tells you what the requirements are. It's also got to be, I think it's got to be 44.1 kilohertz and either 16 or a 24-bit WAV file, if you understand what they are. So you could actually do one yourself if you wanted to and make it unique, and then use that as a global accent for everything. In fact, I'll do that and give it a try at some point. So that's that. However, another option you've got is, it says when you open it, build an accent. So I can open it up and I can pick from any of the drum sets, and it says select a drum set and instrument to build an accent, e.g. bass drum and crash cymbal, it says. So let's pick a cowbell, and let's click on the dance cowbell. What does that sound like? Okay, Latin bongo bell. Oh, hang on, unselect that one. Okay, it didn't really sound a lot different, did it? Oh, distorted reverbed bell 2, that was. Reggae cowbell, what does that sound like? Okay, that's not great, is it? So I deselect it. The thing with this is you can actually, so what's a ringy bell? That's not brilliant, is it? It's a bit, come on, give us something a bit more. Distorted reverb bell. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's a bit more. Yeah, okay. What you can do is you can actually mix these. So if I select that one as well, that's slowed in reverb bell 2, and then deselect that one. So that's that one. That's that one, but I can add them and use that if I want to. And I can also then, if I want to change the velocity of it, I can actually lower the velocity of it. Awesome. Crackly bell as well. You could have them all selected if you wanted to. So let's do that and add accent. Now what we've got is still got the symbol on the part 2 accent, but on that one you've got the one that you've just made. I think that is all I'm going to touch on for accents. Again, if you're not happy with what you've done on there, you just simply click back, go back until you get to
Ole!
Ole, to the default one.
Ole!
Or if you don't want to change it, the easiest option now is to just go, okay, I'll just come out and it says, are you sure? Because you've made changes. And you go, yeah, because I don't want to mess around with the blues too. The best thing to do really is to open a project. If you want to play around with anything and see how you get on, then make a copy, like I said before. Like so, Blues 1, click on the little 3 right dots, duplicate it. Down here, you've now got Blues 1 copy, and you can do whatever you want to this. And play around with it and change the accents. And so let's delete that accent. Let's delete that accent. Let's add one. Let's have Vamoose, and let's have the Ole one does tickle me, I've got to say. Ole. There we go. So now we've got.
Vamos! Ole! Vamos! Ole! Vamos! Ole!
And that will stay with Blues copy. And if I save that project now, I've got a Blues 1 copy, which has got the only difference between the Blues 1 now and the Blues 1 copy is the accents.
Vamos! Ole!
So if I choose Blues 1 copy, I'll be able to use
Vamos!
these accents by
Ole!
pressing on the left.
Vamos! 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 Vamos!
Crazy, isn't it? And to get rid of it, you just right-click and delete. So it's easier to make a copy and even then move it into a folder that you. So like I said, you just create folder, and it'll create a folder, and you can call it whatever you want. So it's. I mean, it comes up as new folder. Make a copy of a song that you want, and then put it into the folder and play around with it, your heart's content. And then if you're not happy with it, you can delete it, and you know that you've not messed up any of the original settings that you got on the SD card, and you're not going to corrupt anything, do anything daft with it. Once you've saved the project, done what you want to do on the computer, like I do, then plug in your Beat Buddy to the computer and simply sync it to the SD card. Select the SD card, which will come up, and it'll say. So if I go sync to SD card, in fact, it's coming up save project, right? Save project, sorry, and then sync to SD card, and it'll come up on here as another drive. It'll say Beat Buddy because that's what it's called, and then you just save it to that, and it will save and sync it. Simple as that. Hope that's been helpful. Thanks very much.